And we are live. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Today we have Amiga Nuts with us. Hello, Amiga.
Hello, Linda.
How are
Hello.
you? And of course, the lovely Mr. Shadow Kitty.
Who trotted double time to get back here on time.
And got a huge blister.
I got blisters in my travels.
Yeah. So, what have you been doing? Anything exciting?
I'm back to work. We have us back at the store, teaching with plexiglass dividers between us and the students, and we're wearing masks.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be teaching any wind instruments until it gets a little safer, because you can't wear a mask and play the saxophone. Plus, you're blowing your breath all over the place. So
Yeah.
I'm not ready to take that step yet.
No.
Oh, look, yeah.
But I'm getting out and about after 3 months of isolation.
Yeah, that's nice. What have you been up to, Amiga?
Me?
Hmm?
Hey,
Yeah, you Amiga, right?
I am boring. I don't do much.
Oh.
I like to go on people's channels and spam them.
You're the shield
The
extraordinaire.
Schillmeister.
Yeah.
And people keep on saying, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Let's see.
I cannot see the chat.
Dave is here. Woof,
Yeah.
Dave. Paul Cameron.
Dave
Yeah.
everywhere.
I wonder if he's in his bath.
Paul? I don't know.
Paul.
Oh, hi, Greg.
Greg Hartwick.
Greg,
Yeah,
the professor.
yes.
Hiya,
Did I get that right?
You did, yes.
Getting to know our chat room friends better.
Yeah, we got Dave, we got Paul Camish, and Santi the Sane, Greg,
Dave.
and a new person, I don't know, Edward?
Hi, Edward.
Welcome. Do you know him? Amiga, you're just yelling, hey everybody. Okay. Come on. Or something.
Dave just pointed out, that's how I started. Then they harassed me onto a stream.
Oh, okay. Paul is gonna have a bath in about an hour. So no, he's not in the bath right now.
I think my walk fried my brain.
Oh no! Is Kitty having a meltdown?
Hey,
I'm melting.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Wooly. Nice
Hey,
of
Wooly.
you. Nice of you to join. I am tired. I haven't even been to work today. Okay, Santi.
let me check something.
What? Who you talking to? Talking to me?
Actually, most of the time I talk to myself.
Oh, okay.
And then I answer myself.
Yeah,
And I say to myself, I should have said that.
me too.
Say hi.
Oh,
my-
Shadow.
Look at this. Would you look at that?
It's the kitty cat.
This is his favorite thing to do in the summer is just sit here on the porch.
Oh,
And you'll.
I am finding word with I can't talk. I am finding work to be good, Dave. Even though I
Yeah, I'm
have
happy.
to work in the weekend.
Oh,
Keep
Robert X
busy.
is here.
Yay! Were you saying something, Kitty?
Oh,
Or you
yeah, I think I was.
forgot? Holy, it's
There
all the people are.
Diana's here.
Yay! Brainbug! Robert! Hello, hello, hello. And
Try to
Kitty
get
is
the chat room
melting.
up here.
How's your computer?
Oh, if I could only shoot it. It's been up and down and on and off for like I guess it's been a week now. Hi, Lavender Lady. And Brain Bug, and yeah, it's been very unpredictable and just gives out for no reason at all.
It's no longer in the past.
It's sort of working right now. That's us. That spinning circle.
Oh,
The chat room's going, but
we're a spinning circle. Whee! Santi saying hi to Santi or something. I don't know. Santi yelling Santi.
Not quite sure what it is, but there is something wrong with that.
With what? What?
Calling yourself.
Oh. Yeah.
I accidentally tagged myself one night on Cirrus the Skeptic. I think it was Cirrus the Skeptic's. No, it was I can't remember who it is now. But in doing that, he panicked and he started handing out wrenches right and left because he thought it was something he did wrong. But it was just me talking to myself accidentally.
Ooh. Stop. Stone soup.
Hiya, Brain Bug. Huh, that's a strange question from Greg.
Diana is making stone soup.
Yeah, saw that. It was
Okay.
So,
So,
what tidbits are we going to be sharing amongst us?
I don't know. Have you got anything?
Oh, I got a few things, but I don't know if they're appropriate.
I'm taking an ice cube out for Shadow.
Oh,
Ice cubes.
ice cube.
Yeah, this is a real treat for him. Hi, Freddie. See, they're both together again. Shadow, want some tasty ice? Tasty ice?
Oh. Got a nice,
And that's
cool top.
summertime.
Yeah.
They'll just sit there and lick that until there's nothing left.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for the cats having the black fur. They get twice as hot.
Mm.
I can actually tell when they've come in from laying down which side they were laying down on, because they have a cool side and an extremely hot side from where the sun is soaking into the black fur.
Yeah.
So this kind of weather, they become more nocturnal. They haven't even been coming in at night. They've been spending the night outside.
Yeah. When it's cool.
Yeah.
And hunting.
And then we take.
Are they hunting?
We take. No, they don't do much hunting.
Hmm.
The cat up the street is more the killer, and they hang out with her, so they like to vicariously take claim for the kills.
Yeah.
But we take them out for walks at midnight. We take them for walks around the neighborhood.
Hmm. Do they have a leash on, or do they just...
No, actually, early on we got a leash for Shadow, and he really didn't like it. He would just sit down. He's like, no, I'm not going for this. So, but he walks alongside me, like right next to my heel.
Yeah.
And they both follow behind me. They're very regimented and orderly.
Hmm. That's awesome. Steve.
Yeah.
Are you saying your cats are in a gang?
Yes, they are.
They're hanging with the cool cat.
Yeah, and there was some other cat. There's just a lot of summer people come down because there's like a lot of little summer bungalows. And one family on the next block that brought their cat with them, and that cat made the mistake of coming onto our block and having to deal with my cats. And I have to really say, like, my cats were kind of being jerks about it because, oh, come on, he's a nice cat. They get all up in his face acting tough. It's like, you're not my cats. My cats are nice. You guys are a couple of jerks. Bullies.
Hmm.
They are talking about stones in the chat. Oh. Exciting.
I blame the lavender lady.
Did she start that?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
We started it on Twitter.
Oh.
We posted stone soup.
Mm-hmm.
She's cooking up some stones.
Yeah. Oh.
I rarely say this, but I'll be so happy when summer's over. All the tourists will go home.
Yeah.
We have around here what we call local summer. It's after Labor Day, beginning of September, everybody goes back home. All the summer rentals are done. And then we get to have our beaches, and we don't have to pay to be on them. So it's September. It's still nice out here, but it's only just the locals.
Mm.
I wonder. I live on Long Island, and the governor is. I think he's put into effect some kind of rule about people who come to New York have to like be quarantined for 14 days.
Yeah, it's something like that in effect here, but I don't know. We have people from North Jersey, which is basically like New York City West. So they're really just kind of in the hubbub of New York, and they're some of the people that come down. So they're not coming from out of state, so they don't have to deal with quarantines. But from my perspective, they're just as risky. Restaurants are open, but they're cordoning off parts of what should have been parking lots, and they're doing outdoor dining. So there's no indoor dining now.
No.
I think they were going to start it, but the people acted so badly. There was pictures. I was like, the governor was like, "You guys don't know how to behave. I'm taking your privilege away."
Yeah.
But at least for the most part, everybody's being pretty responsible around here. Unlike some of the things I've seen on the pictures I've seen on Twitter with mounds of people all packed up against each other. I was like, come on, you're all just asking for trouble when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do it, Diana.
No.
What's she threatening to do? I can't see the chat.
He's craving a cigar.
I used to smoke cigars. I could easily crave a cigar. My problem is I was inhaling them, and then I was wheezing. Diana, when was the last time you had a cigar or a tobacco product? Somebody will have to answer for me. Can't see the chat.
Oh, she says she'd inhale as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what gets you in trouble. You can't just... but tobacco products don't go well with somebody who's trying to play wind instruments.
No.
And I stopped when I realized it was compromising my abilities to blow properly.
Rainbug says, cigars make me queasy and lightheaded.
Been there too.
And Lavender Lady says, August of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. How the heck did that get in there? That's weird. I got a rhinestone on the inside of the shirt.
What could that mean?
I don't know. How did it go through the shirt? Probably. I don't know.
You know, I saw a picture on Twitter. It was a really creative approach to enforcing social distancing and outdoor dining. Is that they every other table they put these big giant teddy bears so that people can't sit next to each other. They have a dining table and a table full of teddy bears and big giant teddy bear, life-size teddy bears.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm impressed too, Diana.
49 years.
Hmm. Smoking for 49 years. Look who we...
I quit smoking cigarettes when they went up to 75 cents a pack. Say hell.
That was in the 70s.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, I just thought I'd give you 5 minutes of my time before I get in the bath. I don't know if you've noticed, every time some junk shop's on, I'm normally in the bath. That's the kind of
Yeah.
thing he was on about. So yeah, I thought I'd give you 5 minutes of my time because I've just got a new Chromebook. So actually, this gives me a perfect opportunity to try it out to make sure everything's working all right. Is my voice all right? Because I'm using a Bose headset.
I can understand you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's good. All right, so everything seems to be working. So I'm just sat in the shed at the moment having a cup of tea.
Hi, Nerdy. Nerdy says TMI. Shh, be quiet, Nerdy.
For some reason, I can't see the chat. Oh, that's private chat for some reason. It's on that. I have comments. No, I can't see the chat.
$1 for a pack of cigarettes in 1977.
It used to be 37 pence for a packet of 10 cigarettes in about 1982 over in the UK. I don't know what that'd be in dollars. 37 pence. Back then it'd probably be about 70 cents, wouldn't it? Maybe. No, less than that. 55 cents maybe.
I think I quit smoking around 1980.
All right. I wish I could. I'm still on the tobacco and I'm on a e-cigarette as well.
The last thing I smoked, I liked smoking a pipe. That was relaxing. Well, I still smoke a relaxing pipe. It's just not tobacco products.
All right. So what is this then that you do? Is it just like an hangout thing that you do where you just whoever wants to jump on just jumps on?
Yeah, sort of.
And this is just have a chat, is that what it is?
Yeah. Share some information if people want to.
Right.
Get to know each other.
Yeah, so are you all working now, or are you all still on lockdown and everything?
No, I'm working.
All right. Did you work through the lockdown or?
Just got out of lockdown.
Yeah, well, we've just sort of started relaxing it, but I've been working all the way through. It's made no difference to me, which I think's been quite lucky because I think I'd have been doing my head in if I'd have been sat at home this length of time not working. So at least I've been lucky that way. I've been getting out and going to work, so nothing's really changed for me.
I mean, I've been sort of working, but I give music lessons. So what we had to do is when the store closed down in March, we switched over to Skype. So I have about half of the students that I've had, but I have them right here, and I've just been teaching over Skype. That'll be just changed this week.
So can you start doing classes now, can you?
Yeah, I'm not doing. I'm just doing keyboard classes and guitar classes. I'm not doing the woodwinds or the brass because you can't wear a mask, and when you're blowing into a horn, you're just projecting your breath all over the place. So
yeah,
I'm going to wait a couple of months before I resume doing that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is kind of a bummer because teaching saxophone is like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. But like you say, because of what's going on, with having the, I don't know what they call it, but like the horn thing on the end of it, you are literally, potentially spraying the virus all over the room in seconds, aren't you? Really?
Basically, yeah.
Mm.
And I was forcefully retired over a decade ago.
All right.
And I was unemployed during lockdown.
Oh.
Just started work last month.
All right. What do you do?
I clean on a hospital.
Same as my wife. Then my wife cleans at 2 schools. No, she doesn't. I'm lying there. She cleans at 1 school, and she's not a dinner lady. She works in the kitchen. She's not the cook. She's like the cook's assistant, if that makes sense. So yeah, she does that in 1 school, and then she goes and cleans in another school. So the same with her. She's had a bit of time off, but most of the time she's been working because a lot of the key workers' kids, they've been allowed to go to school. So obviously they still needed the cleaners, and they still needed somebody doing the dinners. In fact, for the 3 months that they've been on lockdown, it has been Tracy that's actually been doing all the dinners, because the actual cook, she's been off, so it's just been down to Tracy to do it. But they haven't been doing dinners. I think what they've been having is like salad, sandwiches and stuff like that, rather than cooked meals, because there's probably only between 10 to 15 children in per day for the whole school. So obviously they didn't want to be started cooking for that amount of people, so they've been having sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah, all our schools have been closed. I guess all the kids have been like studying online.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was going to say ours have been closed, but they've been open to allow key workers' children to go. That's all that could go to school as a key worker. So, like I say, for the whole school, there's probably only been about 10 or 15 children going, which is all the key workers' children. I don't know why it is I can't see the chat on this. No, the chat's not coming up. That's private chat and live chat, but nothing's coming up on it. So I can't see what anybody's saying.
They're talking about Nerdy Road.
Oh, right.
Have you seen some of this stuff?
No.
Fractile art?
It's fractile. He uses Python to put together these animations that are just like...
Yes, I have. Yes, sorry, I have seen them, yeah.
Some really cool stuff.
Yeah. Did you watch Brainbug's video the other day? At the beginning, doing the talking. That was quite good. I was impressed with that.
No, it's on my list.
Oh, check it out. It's quite good.
I'm working and sleeping.
Yeah, well, that's all I seem to be doing at the moment.
And eating.
Yeah, so, well, it's Friday tomorrow, so I'll be glad for a weekend off. I'm just hoping the weather's going to be a bit better, because we've had nothing but rain for the last 2 days.
I have to work the weekend.
Oh, right. No, I try and keep the weekends to myself. I don't like to work weekends if I can help it. I feel like I've done enough Monday to Friday without having to work weekends as well.
Oh, man, poor Santi is stuck in Florida.
I've been having a 4-day weekend for the past few months.
Yeah.
Well, I work shifts, so I do a week of days and a week of nights. And just recently, I've been taking Thursdays and Fridays off every time I'm on nights to have myself a long weekend, because it really takes it out of you doing the nights. And I find it so difficult to get back onto the day shift. Finish Friday morning, by the time you'll try and get up early Saturday morning to get yourself back into the day routine, and it seems to work for the Saturday. You get up about 10, 11 o'clock Saturday morning, maybe have a couple of drinks on Saturday night, go to bed, and you sleep all right. You get up about 8 o'clock Sunday morning, and you think, oh, that's me done. Go to bed at 11 o'clock on a Sunday, 1:30, you're still wide awake, and I've got up on the morning, come downstairs till 3 o'clock. I get up at 5. So that's a bit of a pain doing that. So I like to take at least a Friday off when I'm on nights to try and give me that extra day to get back into the day routine.
That's rough. You got like chronic jet lag.
It's terrible because every weekend you're basically swapping your body clock over. This week I've just done days this week, so I'll finish tomorrow afternoon. Then I've got Saturday off, Sunday off, and then I'll be off Monday, but then I'll be at work at 7 Monday night. So I've got to try and get a couple of hours sleep Monday afternoon to give myself a fighting chance to get through the night. Once you've done the first night, you're all right. I don't mind doing nights. You're perfectly fine. It's always getting back from the nights to the days. That's the killer.
Well, I got you, Zorby. I'm on a 7-day weekend all the time.
Yeah.
It's just one big long day with naps.
Yeah. Every day's a weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although I did work for years at night.
Yeah. I have worked nights as well.
I don't mind if I'm doing several weeks of nights. It's when you've got to keep swapping over from one to the other that's the pain.
Yeah.
And prior to this, we used to do a 3-shift system.
Ooh.
So you do a week of days, which would be 5 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon. Then you do a week of nights, which was 9 o'clock at night until 5 in the morning. And then you did a week of afters, which was 1 till 9. And that seemed to work all right, because if there was anything you needed to do during the day, when you was on mornings, you could do it in the afternoon. If you was on afternoons, you could get it done in the morning. The same with when you were on night, you weren't starting work till 9 o'clock at night. So you could still do it in the afternoon then. So if it was like doctor's appointments, dental appointments, putting your car in for an MOT or a service, it could all be done in between the shifts. But then when they changed it to this shift system, the only time you've got anything, you can actually do anything, is on a weekend. So your weekends are taken up with trying to get stuff that you would normally get done throughout the week. By the time you get home, I don't get home till about 5:30 on a night. There's nothing open, and to be perfectly honest, you can't be bothered to do anything after you've been all day at work. And then when you're on nights, I finish at 5:30 in the morning. I don't get home till about 7. By the time I get to bed, it's 7:30, 7:45. Then when you get up, you've got to get you need to get showered, bathed, tea, your stuff sorted out. You just can't be bothered to do anything for the hour or two that you might have on an afternoon where you can just sit and relax. You can't be bothered to go out and do anything.
Yeah, back when I used to play in club bands, we used to get home because you play like till. Well, I had a gig in New York City for 2 years that went till 4 o'clock in the morning. And there's no trains back to New Jersey at 4 o'clock in the morning. So you get like the 6:55 train, save a couple of hours to kill. So I would get home at like 8:30 on Sunday morning every week. So I never had an actual weekend for 2 years. No. And then all the other gigs, it was like you'd be driving home 4 or 5 in the morning, nothing but cops and bread trucks on the road. Get to see the sunrise on your way home.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
You paint a different picture of just sex, drugs, and rock and roll, man.
If only there was more sex.
was kind of, like it's work.
You'd think so. It gets to be that way. Well, when I was in this one band, we did a lot of traveling, and I lived pretty. We were situated from all throughout a couple of different counties, but I lived close to where the guitar player was, so we were like our traveling companions. But we were always playing in New York, and we'd have to spend the night at somebody's place or this or that. I remember one night turning around and go like, you know, Scott, I sleep with you more than I sleep with my girlfriend.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh.
Sounds like you're ready to go to bed now.
Yeah. I'm still getting used to getting up in the morning at 4:30 a.m.
Yeah, what time is it where you are? You are an hour ahead of us.
Yes.
Right, yeah. And what time is it where you are, Sudaki?
Amiga and I are on the East Coast. It's 1:36 p.m. here.
All right. Yeah, what are we on? We're on 6:36.
Yeah, I'm 7.
Mm.
36.
I think it's a lot of fun when you have 4 or 5 people on and it's like 4 or 5 different time zones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the best streams are when you get somebody from Australia, somebody from the States, and somebody from Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 continents.
Mm.
I remember we had one of our friends doing voice chats before the live streams, and she was from the Philippines. So that's exactly on the other side of the world from me. It's like 12 o'clock midnight here. It's like, what time is it where you are? She's like, noon. It's like, oh, it's already tomorrow there. It's the same thing, I guess, with Australia. They're pretty much in that same pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anybody in the chat have any questions they would like to know of us?
Yeah, feel free to ask.
Well, if there's any for me, you will have to read them out because I can't see the chat at all.
I can't see it either.
All right.
In fact, pardon me for 1 second. I'm going to actually turn my computer off before it self-destructs again.
Oh yeah, do that.
Is there many people in the chat, is there?
And I'm back.
There are 10 viewers.
Makes us feel like goldfish in a bowl, doesn't it?
Yep. No question. Come on, people.
Yeah, I'm expecting like 1 question from each of them.
Oh.
Does Paul have a pup?
Does what?
Do you have a pup? A puppy?
Do I have a
Pup?
No, I don't have any. I don't have any pets.
I have pets.
Did you ever have any pets?
Yes, I've had a couple of dogs years ago. which were ready for the kids, but they've grown up and left home now. I used to have a harrisock. I used to be into falconry, so I used to have a harrisock years ago. I don't know if I've got my phone on me. I might have a picture on my phone that I might be able to show you somewhere. If you just bear with me while I search through my photos and see if I can find it.
Nerdy.
Nerdy's trying to outdo Dave.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the Dave question. Nerdy is Dave? Or is Dave nerdy?
You'll never know.
Oh, I will.
Falconry sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, I hurt my leg a few years back. I tore my calf muscle, and it was just before I was supposed to be taking the bird out, because you don't fly them during the summer. Basically, you let them go through the molt. And I injured my leg. Oh, I found a photo there. So I'll download it.
Nerdy's
Sorry, go on.
No. You got the picture?
I will have in a second. Now I know
That
where
would
it
sort of
is.
be cool to have a raven. It's always been a dream of mine.
Yeah, I used to have a jackdaw years ago when I was a kid. Basically, our cat brought it home as a young bird, and it didn't kill it. It basically just carried it about in its mouth. So I fed it on bread and water, and then eventually minced meat, and I had that for a few years, and that was really tame. They make really good pets.
Yeah, they're really very smart. They understand logic. They know how to make tools.
There we are. Let's see if I can get it just so you can see it.
Oh,
That was my...
Beautiful.
Yeah, pretty bird.
And then there's one with...
Oh, a ferret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Believe it or not, the harrisock and the ferret, well, the ferret didn't care, to be perfectly honest, but the harrisock used to work with the ferret. It actually didn't take it long to learn. When I first started working them both together, I used to keep the bird holding onto its jesses, put the ferret down the hole and wait until a rabbit came out or whatever for the bird to go, but you keep hold of it just in case the ferret came out and the bird went for the ferret. The first couple of times that the ferret would come out, the bird would sort of like go for the ferret, so you should just keep hold of it. But it didn't take it long, probably 4 or 5 times of taking it out, that the bird actually sussed out what was going on, and it'd sit and watch. And if the ferret came out the hole, it would lift its wings to go, and then it would stop itself, and it would just ignore it and just keep looking about around the holes. The ferret would go back down the hole, and it would only then go if a rabbit came out. It's quite amazing to see how they learn within a very short period of time, not to actually go for the ferret. And a lot of falconers, they will only use albino ferrets so that they stand out, so the bird has more of a chance of recognising it.
Mm.
But that was a polecat ferret, and it never made no difference. It still recognised it instantly, and it didn't used to go for it.
Nerdy is asking all sorts of questions. Oh no.
Okay, let's see. Here's Nerdy's first question. Question 3,127. Would you rather have strawberry jelly as legs or insect arms?
Say that again.
Would you rather have strawberry jelly as legs or insect arms?
Can we choose the insect? Because like praying mantis, those would be pretty cool.
Yeah, insect arms then. Jelly legs wouldn't really do you a lot of favours, would it?
No, they just attract ants.
Yeah.
Hello,
You
Morton.
leave a trail behind you like a snail.
Yeah.
Nerdy second question is, if it was your job to destroy the world, what would be your first few orders in your new job?
If it was my job to destroy the world, what would be my first few orders in my job?
Mm-hmm.
Press the button now. Job done.
Yeah.
And are we destroying this through natural, sociological means, or can we invoke like mass volcanic eruptions and godlike stuff?
Oh, well, if you want to go that route, I would.
Are we destroying society or the whole planet?
I would just fix everything in the world. Say stop being bad to each other, and then go on a long vacation.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Brainbug posted a link to Twitter to a picture of you took.
That I'd taken.
From May 23rd.
What is it?
It's you sitting with your bird in one hand and a ferret in the other.
Ah, yeah, that'll be the one that I've just shown you then. Yeah, that'll be that one. Yeah, it wasn't taken then. It was posted then. I think that was. God, that must be 10 years ago. That photo was taken. Easy.
Nerdy's third question was, you're an alien that lives upside down. Which place on Earth would you like to visit first?
Australia.
Funny, Dave came up with the same answer.
Yeah.
You know, actually, Australia, I would really like to see. I have an interest in astronomy, and I would really like to experience what it's like seeing the southern sky.
Hmm.
I've been looking at the same stars for 62 years now.
I suppose technically I've actually been to the southern hemisphere. I was in Kenya a few years ago. A good few years ago, and I was on the equator, and you could walk over the equator, but I literally only went, probably the most we went was a mile over the equator into the south, but it wasn't night time, so what the stars were like, I've got no idea.
Let's see.
So that's the only time I've been south of the equator.
What brought you to Kenya?
I was in the army.
Oh.
We was on exercise. It was just there on exercise. It'd be about 1992-ish, I think. About 92, 93, something like that. When I went there. But then I went to Sierra Leone in 2000. Now, I can't remember if that's on the west coast of Africa. But I can't remember if it's on a straight line, whether it'd be above Kenya or below it. Because if it's below it, that would have been south of the equator. But I don't know. I'd have to have a look on the map. To be honest, I don't know where that would come on the map with the equator, whether it'd be north or south.
I'm sure somebody's got a map handy.
I'll have a look on here. Yeah, because Kenya's on the east coast and Sierra Leone is on the west coast.
Doc Fearsome is asking me a question.
Hi, Doc.
Question is, have you always been a sweetie? The answer to that is no. I've raised 3 kids. Sometimes you just gotta be a meanie.
Yeah.
Mate, I still don't know. I think it's going to be north, isn't it? And if you can see it, that's...
I can't see where the equator is.
No, that's the problem. I can't see where it is either.
Oh,
Oh no, Kenya's a lot. No, Kenya's a lot lower down.
Brainbox says
Kenya there.
Sierra Leone is north of the equator.
And Sierra Leone is up there somewhere. So yeah, Sierra Leone is definitely north. So yeah, I've just been over the border then into the southern hemisphere, and that was when I was in Kenya.
If there's any place in Africa that I would like to see, I would really like to see Botswana. Most of what I understand about Africa is studying African music, and the music of Botswana is really very fascinating.
Right.
They have an approach to playing the guitar that's unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Mm.
They hold it down like this, and then they use the back of their hand and their thumb and everything, and it's almost playing it like a zither almost.
All right, so completely different way of playing it to what we'd be used to.
Yeah, absolutely. It's and I tried to do it, mess around. It's like, what? I just don't even grasp the concept of it.
Right. So even though you can play the guitar normally, if you put it down on a table, you wouldn't be able to play it.
I would to a certain degree. I mean, I could play a Hawaiian style guitar, but that's you're using a metal bar. These guys are using like the palm of their hand and the heel of their hand to make notes, and it's amazing. And they have a whole different. They take strings off. They just use like out of a 6-string guitar, they'll just use 4 strings, and they'll have one tune like a bass string, and that's the one where they use the back of the hand, and then they have it tuned differently. It's incredible to watch.
So I think it's a completely different sounding way of playing it then as well.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't even sound like a guitar. It sounds like I don't know, like an auto harp or something.
Right. Yeah.
How about you, Linda? Any place in Africa you would be curious of seeing?
I don't know. Can't think of anything right now. But yeah, Kenya would be cool.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to Kenya again.
Go on a safari.
Mm.
But if I go to Africa, I would come home completely red.
Yeah, it can get warm out there.
Mm.
The hottest place I ever went to was Oman, just south of Saudi Arabia. I was over there for 2 months, and that was just horrible. It was just like living on the moon, apart from you could breathe and it was sunny. It was just nothing but hills and rocks and sand, and it was just nothing where we were. one of the best places I went to was Canada. I've been to Canada 4 or 5 times. I can't remember exactly how many times I've been. We used to go when we was in Germany. We went once when I was in Catterick, and then we went every year when we was in Germany, and we were in Germany for 4 or 5 years. So I've probably been 5 or 6 times. I used to enjoy Canada.
I've been there twice. It really is a nice country.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And that standing joke that everyone has about Canadians being so polite, it's true. They really are very nice folks.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. I managed to see the Northern Lights while I was there as well. That was interesting.
Oh, that must be cool.
Yeah, it was. Was it middle of nowhere? There was no light pollution whatsoever. You couldn't see a single light for miles. And we'd been out there for several days, and there was a faint, like an arch across the sky, a faint green arch that was quite noticeable. So we'd asked what it was, and they says, "Oh, that's the Northern Lights." And I thought, that's pretty boring. It's not like what you see on the TV, you know, when you see all the lights or like a proper light display. I thought that's pretty boring. And it was about the 3rd night I'd been there. Anyway, I was on basically on stag on guard duty on top of this hill. So it was my time for basically being awake for an hour and just basically being on guard. And I was laid there looking at this green glow, and then suddenly it all kicked off just like you see on the TV, but even better. And it was like mainly greens, but you had like greens and like turquoise colours and just shooting up into the sky, and it lasted about 20 minutes. And it was the first time I'd seen it and the only time, and we was there for weeks, and I never saw it again, just that one night that I saw it. And it was literally 20 minutes within of that hour that I was actually on stag. So if it had been on before or after, I'd have totally missed it. So that was quite lucky. But it is just like what you see on TV. It looks fake when you see it on the TV. It looks like it's been enhanced or whatever. But when you actually see it in real life and it actually does the proper display, what you see on TV doesn't come close to matching what you actually see in real life. It's unbelievable to see.
Mm.
So if you ever get a chance to see the Northern Lights, I would jump at it if you get the chance. But the problem with that is there's never no guarantee, is there? I've just had an idea. If I go on my phone and turn the volume right down, I might be able to see. I see that Brainbook's put down the Congo. Yeah, I could imagine you'd love it over there. Yeah, the Congo has some of the most amazing insects.
Did I lose the audio?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Oh, okay.
We've been quiet for the last minute or so. I think it was me that was last speaking. So if you heard me speaking last about the Northern Lights, that was the last thing I think that was mentioned.
I did catch that. Yeah, we don't get to see much interesting stuff here. We have a lot of light pollution, and I can't see New York City from where I'm at right now because it's over the horizon, but we do get the light pollution from Manhattan and New York, and I haven't seen the Milky Way in years.
Mm.
No.
Horizon? You're saying there's a horizon?
No, it's flat. Yeah, there's no horizon, it's flat.
Yeah. Ships go over the edge.
Yeah. I've just been listening to some of them debates today, actually, on the what is it? The Daily Debate Show or something.
Modern day debate.
Modern day debates. That's it. Yeah. With that Nathan Thompson.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The thing is once you start watching it, because it's so ridiculous, you sort of get glued to it, because you just think how much more stupidity can come out of one person's mouth. Yeah. So you're sort of glued to it to see what else he can say.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched a couple of them today. Cause it's like an hour. Well, not watched, listened to them, should I say? Because it's like an hour and a half for me to drive home. So quite often, what I'll do is I'll put some on YouTube, because I get sick to death of listening to local radio shows and just listening to music. So I'll find something on YouTube, a debate or something on YouTube, put that on, stick the phone on the chair, play it through the car stereo, and listen to it as I'm driving home. So that's what I was listening to on my way home, and it's something to behold. To be honest, it's something to listen to. It really is. And the level of stupidity that comes out of that bloke's mouth.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not convinced that he believes it. I don't know. Does he really believe it? I'm not. Or whether he's just trying to.
Yeah, he does. I think he does.
Do you think he does, do you? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually came out that he didn't. But there again, he does seem stupid enough to believe it.
Oh yeah, Morton says ships crash into the dome and sink. They don't go over the
of course they do.
Yeah, right. Does any of you know the YouTube channel called Flat Derp?
No.
He's hilarious. Morton showed me some of what he has done
Flat Earth,
today.
I thought the Flat Earth was amusing for a few weeks, and then after a while, it was like I could feel my IQ dropping with every word that I listened to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the first channels I ran into with Flat Earth was Cool Hard Logic.
Oh yeah.
Where he does his batshit crazy things. It's just like. I was speechless when I saw the first one. Just totally speechless. My brain literally, I literally went into drooling mode.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, Morton's doing some shilling.
Yeah, Flat Derp's channel.
Oh, let's put the channel on there.
Well, I've never met a flat earther in person, but I did know somebody who really subscribed to the hollow earth thing.
Really?
And I guess like the lizard people are living inside or whatever.
Oh, I thought people were living on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, I've heard of that one as well.
Oh, the
But
Nazis.
Yes.
We have David Icke, didn't we, over in England? I don't know if he's still in England or whether he's actually moved to America. You might have him now.
Oh God, we don't want him.
David Icke.
Yeah, I don't want him here.
No, he's a proper Looney Tune, that guy. But I think he believes in the hollow earth, doesn't he? And he believes in lizard people.
I think he's the one who spearheaded the whole lizard people thing.
Yes, he did. He started off with the lizard people. He said that he basically thought that most of the government and the royal family were all lizards. And
Yep.
Just crazy. Because when before he first came out with all that rubbish, you know, he was a sports presenter on the TV. It was literally, you know, he had a proper career as a TV sports presenter, and he went on the Terry Wogan show, and that's when he came out with it all. And that was his career finished after that.
Well, there is hope. Dave just said he lives in Israel, he thinks.
Really?
And Nerdy said, but they are all little lizards, aren't they? And Brainbug is talking about bugs. Scarabs.
Oh, they're the beetles, are they? Scarab beetles, are they?
Yeah, they are about 30,000 species.
Right, I wonder if I can find some. A friend of mine actually put something on Facebook the other day. He lives in Germany.
Oh no, Dave, don't get your crazy mixed up.
Doc Pearson says, flat earthers are just mad at the globe. They just want to spin.
Yeah. And Morton says, Nathan Thompson is not smart enough to be a Poe.
No, probably right, yeah.
Dave says he's thinking of Uri Geller.
Right, this is for Brainbug.
So David Icke could still be in the United States.
All right. Right, Brainbug, if you can hear me, look at your camera. I'm going to show you a small video. Basically, I think it's at the base of a tree. This is in Germany, in Europe. And there's some holes that have been dug out by a beetle. You might see the beetle towards the end of the video, I don't know.
Don't hold it too close. Brainbug might get excited.
Yeah. And there's a beetle in there, and it's like, oh, you can see it chucking out the sand.
Yeah.
Has he any idea what it is? What sort of beetle it might be?
Go.
So I think that's about all you see now. So there you go, Brainbug. See if you can identify that for us. I know there's not a lot to go at. I don't know if anyone's... My friend put it on Facebook yesterday and asked if anybody could identify it. And the best one to identify it was a killer hornet, Gruffalo, mutant, squirrel, monkey. Otherwise, he made it up.
Yes,
so nobody at the moment seems to be able to name what it is.
It was in Germany?
Oh, it was in Germany, yes.
Okay. Yes, Brainbug, Germany.
So it's some sort of burrowing beetle. Don't know.
Yeah.
So has anyone got any plans this weekend?
I'm going riding.
Riding as in motorbike, horse?
Motorcycle.
Oh, motorcycle, right. What sort of bike have you got?
It's a Suzuki 650 SV. Naked.
Right, that must be nice riding that.
Yeah, I used to think so until I took it down on a trip from New York to Florida. And I found out that riding a naked bike in Florida hurts. Because when you run into bugs, they sting like crazy.
Yeah, I bet they do.
What'd you do? Take I-95 down?
Yeah, it took I-95 down to, what was it, Georgia or South Carolina to catch the solar eclipse.
Oh, nice.
And then once I was down there, I figured, well, I'm close enough to family and friends in Florida, so I kept on going.
Yeah, I did that drive once with, we went all the way down to Key West. All the way down to the end of Route 1.
On a bike?
No, no. We took a car, but we did that whole in one shot, I-95 all the way down from New Jersey to all the way down to Key West. Well, actually, we stopped at Vero Beach first, and then we went to Key West after that.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a fun trip. The initial plan was to go to the Everglades, but about a week before we left, there was a massive fire and half the Everglades burned up. It's like, well, what are we going to do now? It's like, yeah, let's just go someplace else instead. So that was it. It's basically 2 weeks of drinking.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's drinking with nice scenery.
I haven't done any drinking since 1978.
I haven't done any since Sunday.
It's been about 15 hours for me.
Well, I don't drink on a school night, so tomorrow night I'll be having a Jack Daniels and Coke. I usually have 2 or 3 on a Friday and Saturday night. It's my treat for the end of the week.
Oh, Rainbug says could be some species of Schaefer, but it's hard to say.
All right, okay. Yeah, I'll pass that on to my friend in Germany.
And he's spelling that Chafer.
Yeah, I've got it. What I've done is I've gone onto my phone, logged on so I can see the chat because I can't see the chat on here. So that's how I'm getting the chat now, by doing it on my phone.
Oh, all right.
So that'd be quite. Anyway, it's 7:15 here, so I'm gonna have to
hit the bath.
Yeah, it's that time. Yeah, get ready for the rest of the night. Probably go to bed about 9, half 9, something like that, because I've got to be up for 5 in the morning.
When are you going to start streaming?
I don't know. It's something I'm definitely wanting to get into. That's why I thought I'd try this, because I got this this Chromebook, and I thought, it seems to work all right. So picked this up last Saturday. Because I don't get on with computers at all. They just get viruses all the time, or you get all them pop-up advertisement things telling you that your internet security isn't quite right, and pay £10 for this security and your spamware needs updating. And I just thought, oh, no, I ain't bothering with the computer. The wife, she's got a Chromebook, and she's had it for about the last 7 years and never had no trouble with it whatsoever. So I thought I'd do the same thing. So it's only a 14-inch Chromebook, but it's better than using the phone. And hopefully I'll be less, or should be more trouble-free than actually getting a computer. So yeah, I might start doing something actually, but it's having an idea of what to do, because there's that many people doing stuff nowadays, isn't there? I mean, like there's Junk Shop doing his Bible study. There's the Daily
That's
Atheist doing his. I love it. He has me in stitches sometimes. And it's just his facial expressions when he reads something, and he just sort of like, he looks.
He's very animated.
Yeah, his facial expressions, it gets me every time. It really tickles me.
I'm glad that I leave the stream when I'm producing, or else I would be laughing loud.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna have to call it a night. But anyway, thanks for letting me jump in, and it's given me a great opportunity to try this. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start thinking about what I want to do, because it is something I wouldn't mind doing. It's just getting the idea of what I'm actually going to be producing.
Well, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, and you as well.
And George, making your formal acquaintance finally.
Yeah.
Yes, and you. Yeah. Right, I'll jump out, and anyway, next time I see you on, now I know how it works, I might jump in again if that's all right with you.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
Lovely, thanks very much. Right, have a good night, everybody, and I'll catch you all later.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
What a nice man.
Yeah.
Actually, I have yet to see somebody in our little community that's not a nice man or a nice person.
Yeah. You're right. I'm thinking about wrapping it up soon.
Yeah, an early one today.
Yeah.
That's almost 90 minutes. That's a pretty good haul. What did we do last week? 2 hours?
Yeah. Didn't we? I think so.
Yep, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So we're allowed to have an early one.
Yeah.
I mean, now go do stuff.
What?
Does that mean I have to get dressed now and go do stuff?
Not necessarily.
Oh, Linda.
Stop it. Oh, hi, Julie.
Julie.
Oh, we did 1.5 hours last week. Oh, thank you, Morten. So it was the same time. Yeah.
Everybody say hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
I did. Hi, Julie. Hi again. Nice of you to stop by. Just, sorry. Just when we are about to say goodbye. So I can get some sleep.
You're locked in, aren't you?
Huh?
You're locked in.
No.
Your sleep is locked in.
No! No! Don't be mean!
Morton was late because he fell asleep?
Yeah, he did. He probably did. But he remembered to set an alarm. That was good.
And
One thing I figured out when you're wearing a mask, people can't tell when you're yawning.
Yeah.
There was a few times yesterday during my hour-long guitar lesson that I found myself yawning, and she didn't see it.
I don't know. We're very good at picking up on facial cues, even when part of the face is masked.
Well, yeah, the look of shock and surprise is hard to hide, you know.
Oh, good job, Morten. Morten is a big boy. Woke up all by himself. Ooh.
Oh, that's what he meant. Okay.
We thought you were bragging.
Get your head out of the gutter.
Why?
Because I don't know. Because I have to go to sleep.
You know, there's something I've noticed about you.
What?
Um,
What did I do?
when your mind is in the gutter, you giggle a lot.
Yeah. You're right. You make me giggle.
And you giggle like all the time.
Oh.
That's very telling.
Yeah. Yeah, TMI. Yeah, that's TMI. Yeah.
Thinking about Morton's big boy, like Triple said? Oh, is it bedtime for Linda?
Yeah, it is. Soon.
As she giggles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's got to get some sleep.
Yeah. Just like Jen. Good night.
Morton says, TMI, Linda. TMI.
Yeah. Well, the show is called TMI, so why not?
Got to live up to it at some point.
Yeah.
And Morton giggles. You wonder what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh my. We just gotta have Amiga on, then we get some TMI. Morten has to go to work.
There's a lot of stuff knocking around my head right now, which I will not share.
Okay, and on that note, let's
Well,
say
we have some
goodbye.
stuff for the next show.
Yeah!
Always leaving wanting more.
Exactly. So thank you for coming, Amiga. Not joining us.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, and thank you,
It was a pleasure.
Shadow KD.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, and thank you to Paul who dropped in. And thank you to all in the chat.
Yes.
And
And Brainbug.
yeah, Greg, Julie, everyone.
And Julie LaVoice.
Amiga's shilling away. He cannot stop.
And Doc Vincent for showing up. And Nerdy Rodent.
Yes. See you next Thursday.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.